Hello, hello. I am Lalo, and welcome to my shop here, House of Monkey Tattoo in Brooklyn. I'm very excited to be in this Ink Magazine Live. And nothing, just ask me whatever you want.
Why are we here, Lalo?
Well, you guys are here because I'm so fucking cool that you had to come here. No, you're here because today we're launching the limited edition cans that I designed for Mike's Hard Lemonade, which it's a pretty big deal, I think, for me at least, and for tattooing I think it is too. You know, like I feel like it's a time in history that I didn't think I was gonna see. You know, tattooing was like this underground thing that your parents didn't want you to do. Nobody was proud of you unless you had a badass relative or something like that. And now tattooing has elevated to a higher art form, and not only the art but also the lifestyle and all that, and then big brands want tattoo imagery or tattoo art on their things.
Well, let's talk about the can. What inspired you to create these designs?
So look, basically when they approached me, as I said, like now a lot of brands want tattoo artists on their products because tattoo sells, you know? So in the start, the first time you get approached, you get excited, but then when you deal with the real fucking thing of the corporate marketing, you're like, you're not letting me do my thing, you know? Like, so I already got approached to do a few things. I did a few which were not very exciting. I ended up with like fucking headaches, and my neck was like for like a week. And then I figure out now a little, like the most important question, like if a brand approaches me, and this is what they asked me when they asked me to design some cans, I was like, I'm gonna ask you, like the one thing I ask is like, can I do what I want?
Right.
Because otherwise, you're trying to use my name and be cool, and then you're gonna have 8 executives telling me, "Oh no, you can't do that." Sure. Like, I'll take all the technical aspects of how to print on a can, but so the guys were like, "No, super cool. You can do whatever you want." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's cool.
That's awesome."
Then, whatever the inspiration I took, I just went on. You can see it on this one, but the name of the drink is Tennessee Barrel Lemonade. So I just started just like Googling Tennessee, what's going, like what attracted me from Tennessee. So I did like a Native American girl. I use a specific flower that these Indians like to wear and have a deep meaning for them, which I already forgot, which is embarrassing, but it's cool. And then what else? Just stuff like that. What did I do with the other one? The other one, we did a more free approach. I wanted to do a way more artistic one, like let's just do it. And I called my friend Jesse Smith without the S at the end.
We all know Jesse.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to brag that I'm his friend, you know?
Sure.
So we did one, and that was pretty exciting because it was our first collab, and he killed it as usual. And more than anything, he went out of, basically he took his style and twisted to my style.
Okay.
And
so he's new school, crazy new school. How would you describe your style?
My style, I would describe it very painterly. I've called it sometimes magic realism, just because I use a lot of realism technique, but I guess magic gives me the license to do whatever the fuck I want with that. You know, like I did a lot of realism for many years, and it was, you know, I would take so much pride on getting every detail, and these tattoos would take forever, and then you look at the result and it's great, you know, like it's something your mom and your grandmother is gonna be proud of, because they can prove realism, you can measure it. Right. But I realized I started getting bored of it, you know. I didn't have the freedom to do crazy shit with it, and then that's when I started doing the magic realism. That's how I would call it.
So what's the difference between taking on a corporate client like Mike's and taking on a tattoo client? Is there like a different sort of mindset with the consult?
It is. It is and it's not, you know, because again, of course they let me do whatever I want, but it's never really the case, complete 100%. There's always certain, like, in this case, well, like the technical aspects and all that. So there's always a little bit of feedback, but I went basically the same way. I was like, okay, they didn't direct the way I did things, because that's why they came to me. But I think on the third can, I did the same as I do with my clients. I send them a questionnaire and ask them reference and these and these and these and that, just because I wanted one of those cans to also be like what they wanted, you know, like, because as a tattoo artist and anybody who's looking at this, they know, like, the dream client is the one that lets you do whatever you want, but 80% of the people who tell you that you can do whatever you want, they don't really mean that. They want something that you did a few years ago, or something, like, you know. So it was pretty exciting. It was like a very interesting, like, back and forth, and it was actually until the third can that I was like, I should treat this exactly as a tattoo. Like, send the questionnaire, fill it up, send me references. Of course, instead of one person, okay, that was the thing, you know, like, I was like, but just so you know, you guys give me one answer as if you were one person, because I don't want to hear everybody's opinion, because otherwise I'm gonna be crazy. So you guys figure out the last decision, and I'll do it. And it was great. It was pretty exciting. I'm excited with the result, and I think there are two.
So a can's round, and bodies have shapes to them. There's a lot of artists who can work on, you know, one dimension. Were you thinking about sort of the contours of the can, like the contours of the body?
Oh, definitely, dude. Like I can tell you, I actually remember the day that I figured out how to design a sleeve. You know, like, it changed my life. The fact that it's 360 degrees makes it very difficult for me to cancel. Of course, that was something I thought about and I planned very well. And
you designed a can almost like you designed a sleeve.
Oh, totally. I'm doing this with my art because they wanted a tattoo artist to do a can, so I did what a tattoo artist would do.
Right, yeah. Exactly. How important is placement to you?
Placement for me is probably one of the most important things, sometimes more than subject. You know, I feel like people will get tired easier of a tattoo that is wrongly placed than a tattoo that is something that is not very relevant to them anymore, you know? A perfect example is, I don't know, the sexy tattoo you get on your boob. Sorry if anybody has one.
I'm sorry. She got tattoos on the
and I'm sure it has some round shape in the bottom.
Yeah.
You know tattoos that, like, you get that little strawberry next, like, right there in your cleavage, and then when you get naked from a distance, it looks like you have three nipples. You know, so placement is key, is composition. So yeah, of course, when I was gonna design the can for Mike's Heart, I went and bought some cans, and when I started designing it, I printed it and sticked it on them.
Oh, so you wrapped it?
Yeah, because I had an idea, but then, for example, the first design I did, because of course I worked on them flat. I realized that wait, I forgot that. Sorry, I was concentrating.
Okay. So the placement, you realized that, you know.
I realized that the first face that I did was too big, and it wouldn't breathe looking at it from just one angle.
What's it like to have your name on a can?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that, because one of the things that made me be like, oh my God, realize the size of what I'm doing, or how do you say that?
The scope, just
the scope.
Yeah.
The scope of what I was doing was when I was, because I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, like, super cool. And of course I told my mom, oh mom, I'm doing this for these drinks and this and that and that and that. And then when I'm discussing the technicalities of it, they're like, oh, because we're printing 2,000 cans per minute. I was like, oh. And I knew all of them were gonna have my name, and I was like, you know, there's that little part of your ego and like your narcissism that you're like, oh my fucking God, my name 2,000 times per minute? That's amazing.
It's insane.
So it is, you know, and it's something that, you know, like nowadays we have lost from the tattoo industry. I remember when you first got
your design.
Yeah, no. When you first started, when I first started getting reviews in magazines and things like that, I remember I used to buy a bunch of them because I wanted to send to my mom, my dad, these and that, and sometimes I would just put the magazines there and see the photo with my name or the article many times, and it gave you this crazy feeling or this crazy scope. And then nowadays,
pride. I mean that's it's incredible.
But nowadays things turn into digital, you know.
Right.
And the reach is like bigger, harder, like but you can't really grasp it. I mean, I guess likes, but it's not the same, you know. Like you don't have something tangible. So when I got to see the cans too, and when I got to know that it was 2,000 per minute, I was like, wow,
She did it.
that's amazing.
I did. I didn't draw it.
But you've been on Ink Master.
I
Millions
have.
of people have seen you, and yet you still get a thrill out of seeing your name on a Mike's Harder can.
Totally, man. Like it is, you know, I feel like they had so many people they could choose from, and the fact that they chose me, I mean, excites me a lot. You know, not only because it's just whoever choosing me, but it's also Mike's Harder. You know, there's Mike's Hard and there's Mike's Harder.
Right.
So guess who I am?
You make it harder.
Yeah.
That's basically. How's life been post Ink Master? Have you seen, you know, a difference in your social media, in your clientele, and just being recognized on the street?
I gotta say that for me, the biggest difference probably would be in my personal life. Like,
Okay.
before Ink Master, I was busy every day. I had to wake up. I was booked for like 3 months in advance. I had to wake up and tattoo every day. Up to this day, it's still the same, you know. During Ink Master, a lot of people, like suddenly I would have so many emails, but a lot of people was not really. It was not people that really wanted to get what a good tattoo and what I do. It was people who wanted to just get tattooed with the dude from TV, you know.
That's interesting. So you feel like your clientele now, well, I'm sorry, not your clientele. The people who reach out to you now, some are not totally interested in your designs, they're just interested in saying, I have Lalo on it.
During the show, it was a lot. Now, I would say it's a 10%.
Okay.
It's a 10% of people. Like now, again, like people forgot about me. I'm not on TV all the time.
Nobody forgot about you.
Guys.
I'll tell you who did Mike's Harder.
Yeah. But you know, like I do very specific work, so people come to me because of that. I would say only 10% of people now come to get a tattoo with me because I was on TV.
That's great. I mean, it was a beautiful platform for your art.
Totally.
Do you think sort of, you know, our issue with Ink Master, and we're part of Ink Master and we love them, is that they make you do so many different styles? Wherein, you know, if you're a smart tattoo client, you go to a specialist for exactly what you want.
Yeah, but a lot of people complain about that, and I'm like, yeah, but this, that, dude. That's the structure of the thing, you know. Like if you go to a triathlon, you go to a triathlon or the decathlon to prove that you're a badass at all those things. If you go to a decathlon to be like, oh, I'm a really good swimmer, but these guys made me like, I'm like, then why did you go in the first place? And also, I've been tattooing for 20-something years. Like, it's very recently for me that I at least realized only like in the last probably 10 years that a lot of people started specializing in, oh, I only do that. Before, when I started tattooing, I was just excited to tattoo anything on anybody. Oh, I want to tattoo whatever. You want a Tasmanian devil? I'll do it. Like, and then I started developing a style, but in my case, it was more like the same subjects people were doing, but just the way I did them, and that was my style.
Right.
And then a few years ago, I was like the industry changed and it turned into a more artistic way of doing things, which I think it makes for better art, for like more edgy, harder, for more like nowadays. I feel like if you want to be a badass and if you want to be can you keep the door closed? Yeah,
We're working on it. We're trying.
I can get someone there. Olivia, can you stand by the door and not let anybody come in or out?
We're gonna go show everybody else working.
Okay.
Remember. What's your name, homie? What's your name?
Camilo.
Camilo.
Yeah. Hey.
No, you know what? Don't worry about it. You tell me if you need that. Just let me know if you need it. She's security.
Really?
Oh no, you're the host. It's a cool space.
So here's Lalo's shop. It's a beautiful spot. Hey, look at that. Oh.
Nice show off. That's my baby's mama. Yeah.
Baby's mama.
Yeah.
Now we're just gonna watch him tattoo for a little bit. Everybody wants to see you tattoo. They also want you to talk in Spanish.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, he wasn't?
No.
¿Qué quieren saber? Que diga porquerías en español. Es decir, babosadas, cochinadas de las que tu mamá no quiere que oigas.
I think he swore. I think
He said something weird.
I said something about
He said you guys are lovely
everybody's
gentlemen.
mamas
Yeah.
and sweat and sugar. Or something like that.
I didn't know it was different designs.
Oh yeah, for you guys just tuning in now, we're at Lalo's shop in Brooklyn, and we're celebrating his Mike's Harder cans. He did a few art cans, one with Jesse Smith. Check this out. It's like a tattoo sleeve wrapped around boozy lemonade. I mean, come on. And in celebration, there's a party outside and tattooing inside. So poor Lalo has to work.
Yes.
Everyone's trashing his front lawn.
We're gonna watch him tattoo for a little bit because all you guys wanted to tattoo. And I'm excited to see. So the tattoo he's doing now is free flash that he drew himself. So he's not charging by the hour, so he could talk.
Yeah, totally.
Let's show the flash sheet real quick. Here are the different designs he's offering today. Jellyfish, cardinal, antelope, which was called a horse thing by
Yeah.
by my man.
What do you call it? The what do you call that one? The dragon one?
That horse dragon bitch.
The
There
horse
you go.
dragon.
Biatch.
Very cool.
So we're gonna go back to Lalo tattooing. So everybody can see.
Have you tried the drink?
What do you think of the drink?
I like it.
Helping the pain.
What pain? Yeah.
There you go.
Let's get him drinking while tattooing.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel bad crushing it though.
There's
It's
no
like
more people to get tattooed.
Yeah, your lady just left. She's out.
Yeah,
She ran away.
yeah.
She's like, I don't want to do this.
I feel bad crushing the can. It's like this is art.
Art. Well, let's talk about your tattoos. Are you getting something lasered on your shoulder, or is that?
Yeah, man. I'm getting laser. This thing I got when I was like 18. I love it, but now I have better tattoos, better taste, and more money and better friends. So why not? And I think it's good to reinvent yourself. And if you wanna, I mean, I love beautiful tattoos, you know. And so why not? And I feel like a lot of people criticize that, but I feel like one of the best things you can do in life, or one of the best qualities humans have, is the ability to change, to reinvent yourself, to choose to be someone different. And I feel like that's also why I did this thing with these cans with Mike's Harder, because I saw what they did before with other artists, and it was cool. It had nothing really to do with me, but they were gonna let me do whatever I wanted. And then I feel like lasering, when I started getting laser, tattoo artists used to give me so much shit. First off, like, what? You should die with that tattoo. I'm like, no, dude, you live your life the way you want, let me live mine. Right. And then the other one was like, oh, cover it up. I'm like, what, with a big fucking dark thing that I'm gonna hate even more? So yeah. So I feel like there's just one life. You just go ahead and do what you wanna do, and make, because you're not gonna have a second chance, you know, like
You got a second chance.
Yeah.
I don't get why tattooers are. Some of them are hating on the lasering, because then they get to tattoo over. Like, it's essentially giving someone new skin to do
So I'm curious about that. So I mean, lasering's come a long way. I'm sure.
Try to not move these hands
Does
so
it?
much.
Yeah. Does it change the skin, like skin quality, skin tone, anything, or does it really just make it like a
little
fresh
bit,
canvas?
but nothing.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
Not
the
too
way
crazy.
You know, the ink sits under the skin on top, and basically what it does is just bursts it apart, and then you literally pass it through.
Yeah.
So that's the. It doesn't just burn off and wipe it off. So are you gonna get it covered? What do you after you're done with your sessions? Are you gonna get something there?
Yeah, of course. I'm getting these sleeved by Boris, so
Okay.
I'll just keep it going up.
Oh, you think you're fancy, huh?
Oh, Boris
Yeah.
tattoo.
Of course.
He's
He's
in
my
the-
buddy. He was tattooing right there like 2 weeks ago.
And he didn't even call you, Sammy.
Nope.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm trying to get him into the guest spot.
yeah. Oh, next time tell me and I'll tell you.
We're gonna get Lalo up in there.
Lalo's gonna come to the guest spot.
I mean, I would love to. I was gonna say I've been trying to, but I've never tried. I wish.
You just learned about it. It's fine.
Yeah. No. I've seen Stefano there, John, a bunch of my friends there. I think it's a dope idea. I think it's a good way to showcase
Good art.
good art. Yeah.
There's so many international guys passing through town, and some don't have good friends like you. So we sort of created a safe haven for those.
Oh,
folks.
I can tell you who I have every time they come. And,
Okay.
You know, Ralph Nonweiler, he was here too. I think it's pretty exciting to see tattoo, because that motherfucker is crazy.
He's rad.
Yeah, they should give him a can, because he's gonna push it.
Tell them.
Yeah, they should give Mike's Harder should give Ralph Nonweiler a can to design, because he's gonna spend 110 hours per square inch of can designing that thing, and it's gonna be
Ridiculous. Do you think you're more recognized by your hair or your tattoos at this stage?
I mean, it depends. It depends the time of the day. If it's after 2 a.m., my hair. If it's in the day, my tattoo.
Okay. That's fair. How many fans did you get after Ink Master?
Man, I am a terrible social media person, and honestly, I don't have that many followers for somebody who has been on TV. Because actually, like a month or two, maybe a few months before Ink Master, my assistant was like, "You need to get Instagram." And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want to deal with anything new. I was retarded like that. Now I know, please, Instagram, be nice to me. I need followers. I want followers. And I had 1,200 people in my Instagram when I went to do Ink Master. Of course, I gained a lot. I don't know what's the number when I left, but I gained a lot, but not as much as I could have and should have, because I didn't really even know how it worked.
Right.
You know, I was like, whatever, and I would post every, I don't know when, and then I wouldn't post.
But you're busy regardless, right?
Yeah, I'm busy. Thank God I've always been busy. Like, I always work super hard, and I feel like that's the base of everything. You know, like word of mouth works. It's always gonna work, even at a global scale. You know, word of mouth is always gonna work. I'm not saying that is the only thing, but that is it's tattooing is a human relationship. You know, like we don't tattoo on Skype. You do it. You know, and the best advertising you can have is the work you put on people, the work you put on stuff. So I'm busy. And I mean, I'm not complaining. I have some followers and all that. I have, but not as much as I should. You know, like a year after Ink Master, when I saw like Tattoo Baby had like 8,000 followers when she came into Ink Master, and when she came out, she had 200,000. Now a lot of people have. No, but she's also good. Dude.
She's very good.
She's very good. No, but yeah, she's a very good artist. She's a very beautiful girl, but she knew what she was doing. You know, right. She sat down an hour a day and worked on her social media and make sure that. Me, I was like, that's for nerds. I don't care. Blah blah blah. And then now I'm like, ah.
Yeah, it's Tattoo Baby. When she was first on, I think she was okay. And then when they let her back in, she had learned. Like she had stepped her game up.
Look, I tell you something. When I did the show, I was there with her and with Sarah Miller. And when I saw their portfolios, and I say it with all my love, I was like, wow, they're cool, they're okay. Dude, those two
A beast.
during the whole show, the day they came in and they came out, they grew so much. And they're both so like driven and like this, both of them, I always say, like they came in one person, they left a different person,
right.
And they kept it up there.
Let me get tattooing a little bit.
Yeah.
Look,
Lalo, we're gonna let you go to work.
Okay, dudes.
just gonna watch you for a little bit.
Okay,
while tattooing.
of course.
Any last words, Lalo?
I don't want to die. Any last words? I don't know. Just go check out the cans. Get wasted. Get someone pregnant. Run away if you have to.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't run away.
Get
I
in,
can't run away from
get
those
in.
legs. Where is she?
There you go.
Those
No.
legs.
No, no. Oh,
I don't know what you
Oh!
I'm wasted.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you said that right now.
No, check it out. Check out the cans. I'm very happy with the result and the whole process, and I'm gonna be posting a little bit about the process, also for other artists, because I think it's important to put. A lot of people tell you, "Oh, you're a sellout." I'm like, you're not a sellout if you're doing something that you like, and it's not being changed, and you're doing it for someone that is cool or something that is cool. You know, you're a sellout when you change what you do for that. So I know there's a lot of people there that automatically are like, they're great artists and they're like, oh, this brand approached me, fuck them, they're the devil. I'm like, no, how do you know about your favorite artists? Because you saw them on a magazine, or you saw them on a product, or you listen to them on the radio. Like if you're good, think you're good. There's many ways to put things out there. So I'm gonna be posting a lot about that, and there's cool people that are working hard, like Mike's harder lemonade.
Mike's harder.
Mike's harder.
When they respected your art and your creativity and your artistic license, and that's commendable. I mean, they're a patron of the arts,
Yeah.
patron of the tattoo arts and culture.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Cool.
Boom.
Thank you,
Thanks, guys.